Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that for your listening pleasure. Signs of ADHD is our topic for today. If you are looking for help with that or any other emotional or social challenges, would love to be of assistance to you at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we'll get you to me and make that happen. So, the one thing is, if you're always thinking ahead or you're always kind of looking ahead, there is a great deal of value in kind of the struggle that comes with that. Like a person who has ADD, ADHD is going to always be two steps ahead in their mind of the things that are happening, which means they may not be actively listening to a conversation as closely or intently as they could or should. That then leads to miscommunication, struggles, and overall just frustration for the other person, mainly because the struggle that's there is more related to how that other person is kind of going to interpret certain things and or make things happen in a good way. That then also leads to kind of an emotional checkout from the other person where it's like, if you're not listening to me, why should I be open and honest? And then the communication breaks down in a whole as a whole. So the next thing there is kind of looking at things from memory levels. So, a person with ADD, ADHD may have difficulty remembering sequences of events, sequences of instructions, things they need to do, or tasks they need to complete in a given day. Again, their mind is moving so quickly that they may think they've already done something, or they may forget entirely the need to do something, not out of any level of malice or irresponsibility, but more in the sense of, I thought I already did this, or does this really need done at the level I'm trying to get it done? Is this as important as I thought it was? The good side of ADD ADHD, though, is attention to detail, focusing in on small details, especially in written words and or how things are said, how things are done. Perfectionism and or attention to detail and or things that lead to a level of kind of reflection, being able to reflect to another person what needs are in a clear way, concise way, can be helpful there. But the emotional variance and sometimes even volatility can be a problem. This is because the person who is struggling with these particular issues is actually struggling with them from the point of feeling judged, persecuted, condemned, and all of that. It's not necessarily that the person is always feeling that way, but it leads to challenges in a continual manner. A person may also feel as though they're stuck in a cycle of certain emotions or events, and kind of being stuck in that cycle can lead to frustration, anger, angst, aggravation, or other points in between. When an individual feels like they are constantly in that stuck space, they're not going to feel as open to the possibility of making decisions that last as long or as well. And so usually that's a situation of higher value. And making a decision that leads in that direction can be super difficult because you don't want to overgive and you don't want to overpromise, but at the same time, you may struggle to know when the right thing to say is or what the right thing to say is, because on one hand, you're trying to connect with other people, you're trying to serve whatever purpose the other person in your life, friend, family member, partner, whatever, has for you, but at the same time, the tendency to overpromise and overgive and overextend oneself is there, not because it's malice, but because you're really trying to, make someone feel better. You're really trying to look at things from a deeper level, from a better level, and ultimately make the best possible decisions that you possibly can in a quick and concise manner. The quick and concise becomes problematic because when you don't feel like things are happening quickly enough, then you may rush through decisions, skip important information, forget what you said you were going to do, and then look as though you're not careful or caring or whatever the case may be. So, finding a way to manage things in a manageable fashion can be super valuable in a number of ways that can be kind of focused in a more direct manner, and that can be something worth considering. And so hopefully we continue. Put your feet on the ground. Keep your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.